Welcome to Homework Lib.
The probability that any customer who enters the store will purchase Colgate toothpaste is 0.3, and we consider 1,000 customers who enter the store. We are asked what is the minimum number of Colgate toothpastes the store must have on hand if we want the probability that it will be out of stock to be at most 1%. So suppose the random variable x is the number of Colgate toothpaste sold to 1,000 customers. So we want to find the value of x such that there is a 1% probability of exceeding this value. So in other words, the probability of selling more than a certain cutoff threshold is to be 1%, 0.01. So that means if the store stocks this many tubes of toothpaste, there is just a 1% chance that it won't be enough. Now in this situation, x is a binomial random variable because it's the number of successes in a fixed number of independent Bernoulli trials. So each customer can be thought of as a Bernoulli trial, either purchases toothpaste or not. We can assume that their outcomes are independent, and therefore the probability of purchasing is always 0.3. So to solve this, let's re-express this in terms of a cumulative probability. The probability that the store sells at most, or that at most this many customers purchase toothpaste, would be 1 minus 0.01, that's 0.99. And now to solve this, we're going to use the inverse binomial distribution function in Excel, because we're going from a cumulative probability, and from that cumulative probability finding the value of the variable that corresponds to that cumulative probability. So let's go to Excel, start with an equal sign. The function is this one highlighted here in blue. So the first argument is the number of trials, that's the 1,000 customers. Probability of success on each trial, it's 0.3 probability of purchasing the toothpaste. Alpha is the cumulative probability. We want that to be 0.99. Then we hit enter, and we get 334. So there's a 99% chance that the number of toothpaste tubes sold is at most 334, and therefore a 1% chance that it exceeds this stock level. So in order to have a 1% chance of running out of toothpaste, they should stock 334. And then there's a second question. It says the daily demand for a certain product is approximately normally distributed with a mean number of sales of 12 and a standard deviation of 4. We're asked how many units must be on hand in the morning to assure no more than 1 chance in 5 of running out of stock in the day. So 1 chance in 5 is a 20% chance, 1 divided by 5. So the probability of the number of units sold exceeding a certain stock level needs to be 20% or less. Now, as with the first question, we first want to re-express this in terms of a cumulative probability. Probability that x is at most the stock level must be 1 minus 0.2, which is 0.8. And now once again, we can go back to Excel. This time we're using the inverse normal distribution function to solve this. So once again, equal sign. It's the function highlighted here in blue. First argument is the cumulative probability. We want that to be 0.8. Then we enter the mean of the distribution, 12, standard deviation, which is 4. We hit enter, and we get 15.37 approximately. Now we have to stock whole numbers, so we round up to the next nearest number. And the minimum stock level, so that there is only a 1 in 5 chance of running out during the day, is therefore 16.